Hello, friends. Welcome to the Sagittarius reading for November. This is the basic reading, and of course, we'll have the extended over on Patreon. But for now, we are just starting with the Rider-Waite deck and an Oracle deck to see what is going on. What's maybe this thing that you're facing. I think we'll leave it there. We got 4 cards out. Let's see here. Okay, 7 of Cups. You have a lot of options to be choosing from right now. And then the 3 that came out together are the 6 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords has been coming up a lot in these monthly readings, so maybe it's just a collective energy of like keeping ourselves stuck. I don't know. Anyway, let's start at the beginning. 7 of Cups, like I said, that can be many different options coming at you. I mean, if you look, they're all desirable in their own ways. Yes, even the snake. Just a lot of different things on the table that I don't know. A lot of choices. I also see kind of this, I don't know if it's a desire or just a habit, but you've kind of been more associated with the fantastical side of life recently. So, you know, whether it's just finding the most joy in watching fantasy movies or diving into a really good book, but it's almost to a fault. It's almost like you're using it as a distraction from other things that you probably should be putting your focus on. So have caution there if that part speaks to you. I feel like the choices are the bigger part of what's going on here, and that's where the rest of this comes in. The 6 of Swords often talks about rowing away from things, walking away from things, moving away from things. It can be like a transitory period. And that would make sense for the choices too, because so often in our transitions, we find where we have a lot of different choices to make. And, you know, in that big open, I see transitions a lot as like a big open field. There's a lot of possibility. There's a lot of different ways that you can go. And so, yeah, you have a lot of choices that you have to make in that area. Now, the 6 of Swords is not necessarily like a happy card. There's still that element of kind of being sad for what you're leaving behind. And my brain wants to point out the snake again. That could be the signifier for it. Like, yeah, one choice is to stay exactly where you're at and keep doing the things that you have been doing. But does that serve where you want to go? Probably not. So this card is really, it's indicating it's time to move on. The Hanged Man, there's been a reluctance to make these choices, and it's kind of kept you stuck. So there is that. And on the flip side, well, I guess it is in reverse. I only just noticed it's in reverse. You probably noticed that already. I had that one in reverse also earlier, so who knows? So in the reverse, it is that indecision. Like, I'm not really quite sure what to do. I'm not sure which route to take. So yeah, okay, I can move on all I want, but where am I going? What am I doing? And that's really keeping you tied. It's not just stuck. But if you look, I always try and point this out on this card, because it really speaks to me in this way, that she is loosely bound. She's blindfolded, sure, but she could get out of all of that pretty easily on her own. And the swords aren't actually hurting her. They're just kind of there. So it can be theoretically painful, but it's not something that is actually painful, like in the reality of the thing. So you are keeping yourself stuck in this energy while also simultaneously trying to move on. So it just feels like you're pulling at yourself, like these two pieces are pulling at yourself. And it has to do with all these different choices. So do you stay in the past? Do you go this way with this kind of forward movement? Or do you go over here with this other choice that can move you in that different direction? A lot of possibility and potential here. So yeah, there's some advice that wants to come out, and I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and pull an advice card to see where that is, and then we'll see which advice wants to come out, because there's a lot that my mouth wants to say. But that's not what we're doing right now. So we'll stick to the programming here. And in the extended, I'm looking forward to seeing maybe what some of these choices are that you are struggling with, or what from the past is causing you to struggle. Maybe we can shine more light on those aspects. Okay, we got two. I'll take both of them. That's fine. That's still much less than everything that my brain wanted to spew out. So, the first one. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Yes, I think that is wonderful advice. Focus on the highest good. Whatever all these choices are, regardless of the fear that keeps you in all of this, what is that highest good that you're striving for, and how can you get there? That's the big point here. Okay, the second one. It says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Now, the dragonfly, I'll just let you in on something for me. The dragonfly is my sign from one of my spirit guides, my best friend Timberlina. She passed away a few years ago, but she's always with me, and she always finds me as a dragonfly. So I actually haven't seen this card in this deck before, but it talks about being guided. So maybe you have something similar where someone that you really cared about passed away, and they are sending you signs. And it's a reminder to trust in those signs, right? Sometimes we see something that reminds us of that person, and we're like, really easy to dismiss it. But know that they can be on the other side helping to guide us, especially when we're facing situations like this. They're there to help, and I see that whoever that person is for you, or maybe people, they're there to help you, and they're ready and they're willing. So keep your eyes open for those signs, okay? That's where we'll wrap this up for the basic reading. Again, I'm really excited to dive into the extended, so I will see you over on Patreon for that. But even if this is where we part ways, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. I hope there was a nugget of help in there for you. Love ya.